not happy with that at all.
Oh, hello. So you guys had lunch, right? Except me. Okay, so today I'm just gonna touch on team communication for developers. So what is team communication skills, right? Is for the success of the team effort itself when creating product, making process improvement, or planning something. Strong team communication skill can build relationship to ensure the sharing of new ideas and best practices, especially among intern and senior developers, so that you guys can learn about each other. So we're going to touch on team options first. For as a project team, on subsequent projects to avoid the overhead of forming and norming with a new group. So as we have new projects in Thinkerbox, right? So you guys can like see the conversion to, as in to Caligo project, or something you've been on another project. And then there's the task switching. Like what we have, example, when Matthew was away right now, Kai is still new on the project, right? So what we did, we have and Cameron just came back, and we had a discussion on in the meeting on how is the overview of the project, how the design gonna collaborate with the developers, and to have an understanding view of the whole thing. So, and also this is important. So you guys have to let us know on the work-based capacity, especially on the estimation point effort, especially on prioritizing client projects. And ideally, Scrum is only for like 2 or more, 3 developers. But if it's just an individual developers, you can see that you guys will just straight away go to the product owner or to the account manager, right? So for this is that I think I'm gonna touch more on as 2-man or 3-man developer, as that you guys have a daily stand-up within our Thinkerbox company. And the best way I wanted to do is to ensure the product owner added inter-team training, education stories to the product backlog. To reduce the silo effect especially. And then without the destroying of the nature of the close-knit teams themselves. Teams on regular basis, having people to do review of code, which some of you guys are doing in the internal project, Caligo or Align, especially when I see Ted or Matthew and Kai checking on each other, and Hanshin with Ted checking. Aside from that, if you guys can solve the problem within the team, if you guys can't, you guys have to let us know, especially Jaro or anything that having the issue before the client, before going to the client. If the client will just see as, oh, okay, so what can you do about it? And then you'll be like, the developer's terminology, they will not be able to understand on their side. So have to simplify the task itself. So what I read about Airbnb management team that they have is quite bigger team developer group. But the way that they did was a no management structure called holacracy, where decision making is spread throughout the organization and people have roles rather than job titles. So it's like you guys are equal, not just senior developers or interns. So aside from that, as for me as an operation, I will facilitate and try my best way to counter the problem that you guys are facing with clients on my role day-to-day basis. and accountable to the client itself. So what I just want to define is that even though that you guys have existing like knowledge, different language knowledge, right? CSS, JavaScript, but some will not be able to know about Ruby on Rails. Some of you guys may have the patience to teach, some doesn't even have time. So what you guys can help with is just show them the links itself. If there's any further question, they can consolidate the question and ask you guys in one go. And as well, okay, like what did Airbnb do is like they do a result in bugs that need to be fixed and then extra set of eyes, right? But we already use this as a pull request. I think, yeah, right now, right? Um, and then maybe in the near future or something, we're gonna build a tool to speed up the pull request or something, making the coding easier to adopt. And then if you guys have any specific better tools for documentation and existing tool from GitHub, can just let us know and then we can try to imply or implement to see if it works within the company itself, right? And for developer that beneficial. And also, yeah, this I just want to do to implement is listening, like active listening. Like even though you guys have different kind of views on how the design should do, developers should implement, it has to be within the respect. No more of like a higher tone of, oh, I don't like how you discuss this with me, but you have to make a point across that it's just a discussion and opinionated, but to make the team effort in production like deliverables. What I notice is everybody's just keep silent, and then one person has to start the discussion, and then finally you guys will talk about it. It's just we need more of a communication basis to not just in a small group team, but as a company um, to move forward to a bigger scale productivity. Yeah, this one is a bit like I find it interesting in the research for developers. Like team made up with similar interests and skills are called homogeneous team, while diverse groups are called heterogeneous team, which is diversity, right? So diversity can cause problems. Team members may not know how to express ideas to people with different backgrounds. So for me, I'm not from a background of computer engineering or what, but I'm more of operation, but I'm learning basic Ruby on Rails. So even if I have like basic question, I may not be understanding the whole concept, but if you guys explain in a simpler way, then it's appreciative, and I'm trying to do more research on that. And skill set, language each developer know, experience. I'm not too sure about personal biases. If you guys have an environment such as where each member grew up, and then both verbal and non-verbal communication differs between groups. A person who speaks English accent might not understand a Texas person, or someone they say from England may use a term that American won't understand. Um, Example, if a one female member, a team will likely have a different perspective on many matters than the male developer. So I'm trying to create a handbook for the clients itself, from the developer terminology to change to client terminology, and to make it easier, smooth understanding for them for upcoming projects. Um, okay, so for right now, what we are doing in daily status updates, daily stand up, this would be awesome if you guys can at least a week or two or a few days prior before you guys going for a long leave or something to do a handover to the new person or whatever languages that are he's still not familiarized. You guys can do a upcoming training or something on a pairing program or something. And then Tech Tuesday is more mainly for team discussion on the problems and how to resolve. Wednesday, inspire them to share knowledge with the team, reading handbook. If there's any error or issue that you guys are facing, just let us know so that we can look it out together. Any requests of upcoming teams to be arranged, like what Kai did today, just like remind me to meet up with Tianmen to do the meeting. And activity team building. I was thinking of bowling. I mean, we already have ultimate frisbee sometimes with our colleagues. Bridges or basketball. Other activities like paintball or something for activity.
Not bridges.
Bridge.
Sorry, I win it. Bridge.
Civil engineer.
Bridge. Yeah, so I think that's about it for me.
In building.
Bridges. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's finished.
You can do a quick go down like what activities that you all want. You can see what priority.
Basketball?
Yes. You want to go.
Sunny is unfair.
Think about
You can vote versus Sunny.
Badminton?
I vote paintball.
Paintball. Okay, who votes for paintball?
You said paintball, right?
I'll vote for paintball as well.
what stuff that you guys get on?
Bowling isn't bad.
Jin wants to do badminton.
Yeah, I think so.
Badminton.
We can take numbers down.
Badminton's are good.
Yeah, yes.
Bowling
Bowling
is Bowling is better.
Bowling, you just really want to kind of like yummy watch it.
It's hilarious though. Just like have teams teams of four, have I also vote for.
Bowling, any beginners can do.
Yeah,
Don't
it's a easy
don't
to-
come
You can always like raise the sides. So
Oh,
that
okay.
you get it in the better.
Then you can read the side. Still fun, you know.
Yeah, they do
You
have.
can like go directly to
Gemma, what do you vote for? Bowling or badminton or paintball?
Bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah.
Sherwin,
What? Yes. You have to put a name.
a what?
Sleeping marathon.
Sleeping marathon.
You can do that at home lah.
You should do a like
Bowling.
for charity.
Sleep for charity, right?
Hospital wake up, but pay for the
Victor,
like for food.
We should have like a black game.
Sunny,
I would say
My name is Victor.
Sahil bowling.
Bowling.
second time.
Bowling was for bowling.
For me, if it's sports, I would say you can put multiple okay, more
Badminton also.
internet.
Everything actually.
Yeah, I also everything. But I like to play LAN games with you guys. I really like some shoot pair or CS or L4D.
Yes, would be good.
So if the option given is badminton or bowling,
I would say it's bowling.
I think. Also the final game. We got so many nice passes.
My thing is good to one shot.
The problem is synchronizing.
Calvin, badminton or bowling?
More.
Cannot everything lah one.
So at least the line shot memory. And then you all be playing on the same machine. So we don't have a. I don't share home because my network actually
True.
I'm sure it's badminton,
We
right?
still need to continue working.
I'm okay with volume.
I think bowling games lah.
That
You can go for both.
I have no preference. I can do anything.
You can do anything. That's the spirit.
swim, badminton.
Dude,
Wait, hold.
not
Tight badminton.
Again and again. Hold. William.
You should set your
Both.
base and that's the
Should we go for bowling, right?
yeah. I go for everything, I'll play everything except paintball. Paintball.
Because it's pain.
Come on, it's very painful.
But it's funny.
Yeah, we play last time.
Just find out.